11 life paths. I hope you've been taking care of yourself, okay? Now, let's talk about the relationship aspect of 11 life paths, okay? Before I dive deep into this video, I just want to thank you guys so much for reaching out on Instagram, for leaving me comments on YouTube. I'm actually overwhelmed with how many people have messaged me and told me that my videos are so relatable. I really want to thank you guys, and you guys are so wonderful on my 11 life paths. You guys are such wonderful people. I hope you guys get to connect with other 11 life paths and understand how similar we are, how our lives have been impacted, how we have such a deep story. That being said, thank you, and thank you so much. Okay. Now, let's dive deep into the relationship aspect of 11 life paths. 11 life paths, I want to let you know something. You are special. You have a big purpose. You are not here just to be here, and you know this, just to talk about celebrities or talk about the gossip or talk about who did this, who did that, what's going on. No, 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 no. You are here on a mission. You are here on an adventure. And you, my friend, have the most perfect story to actually have a ripple effect, to actually have an impact on other people's lives. You, my friend, are here to grow. Now, when it comes to the relationships, 11 life paths, you are going to be misunderstood by family and friends. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? I said it. You are going to be misunderstood by family and friends. A lot of you guys are going to have very complicated relationships in this life, okay? Because you are such a amazing force, because you hold so much attraction, you hold so much charisma, you hold a vortex energy that is very different from the vast majority of people. Because you've been incarnated so many times, you hold something that's very near and dear and very special to the vast majority of people. But there are people that will become jealous, they're going to become envious, they're going to become haters, and that's something that you have to come in terms with. Whether that's at work, whether that's with friends, or even in cases when that can happen with your family. Unfortunately, okay? Unfortunately, I know this is very hard, but I've talked to 11 life paths, and I know that with some, or actually I should say a lot of 11 life paths, they've even had it hard with their families, okay? That's the truth about relationships, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about intimate relationships. Let's start off with the woman. The woman is the womb, okay? The womb has to be respected, and the men have to be respected. And as an 11 life path, you have been incarnated so many times that you kind of look at all the BS that is going on in the world, and you're like, you see this men and woman war going on, where men are bashing women and women are bashing men, the majority of them, right? And they're all like, but we understand there's something higher. We understand that there's something wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because the type of resentment, that if you hold resentment towards an opposite sex, right, you're going to attract the same type of people that you resent. This is why holding a judgment against somebody is the same type of people that you're going to end up attracting. So if you're a female right now, I've noticed with 11 life path females, okay, they want someone that's very conscious, that's very intelligent, that's very spiritual, and that's very intellectual, right? And the thing with the 11 life path man is that by nature, women are hypergamous and men are not hypergamous, right? So with an 11 life path man, you can still go for like for example a 7 life path woman, and you'll be fine. You could probably go for a 5 life path. You'll be good, most likely, and that depends on your chart too. It's not just like, oh, she's a 7 or she's a 5 or she's a 9 and you can go for her. No, it depends on the type of chart that the girl carries too. She can have different type of energies. But what I've noticed for 11 life path women, you guys are most likely gonna be happy from what I think, okay, and God knows best, but with an 11 life path man, okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of the twin flame connection that these two have. Now, I personally don't really know if, I'm just being honest, if twin flames are real or not. It could be that they are real, or it could just be that it's a little bit hyped up or whatever. I feel like personally you have to be really in tune with your own energy, and you need to learn how to actually love yourself before you're trying to find like a twin flame or whatever. But with relationships, I've noticed, because women are hypergamous, an 11 life path woman, from the 11 life path girls that I've talked to, okay, all of you guys are looking for someone that is intellectual, spiritual, and he knows what he's doing and he's a leader. Okay, and I believe that you could go for other numbers too. Um, you know, maybe a 1 life path, because the energy actually does complement the 11. But for the most part, if you want a very deep, philosophical, intimate relationship, I really do feel like 11 life path woman will be very solid with an 11 life path man. Okay. The woman that I have spoken to, the 11 life path girls, like, yo, you guys are all challenging women, in a very good way. I mean it in a good way, right? And a lot of men, unfortunately, do not like to be challenged. Okay. But what can I tell you about that? It's very unfortunate, because if you are not challenging one another, then how are you supposed to grow? How are you actually supposed to grow? So I do feel like with 11 life path woman, you will be good with an 11 life path man. But again, with both men and women, we have to understand that, because we come from a background that has been very hard for the most parts for a lot of folks, okay, but it's been a blessing in disguise, because we've learned a lot of lessons in this life. This life has been very teaching for us. I do feel like we have to open our hearts. Like, we really have to open our hearts at this time now, especially like in the age of Kali Yuga. We have to open our hearts, because we've had very hard, tough lives. A lot of us have had, like, I know about some 11 life path people that have been through some very, very tough, like, when I say tough times, like, I mean, I don't want to say their stories, because I would want to get their permission to say it. But if I've told you guys their stories, you guys would probably be like, wow, like, that it's crazy what a lot of 11 life has been through. And because they've been betrayed by so many people, it's hard for us to like really trust other people to a certain extent, obviously, even, which which could be, again, it could be kind of detrimental, because if you're going in your life and you have no one to trust, that's a little sad. You know what I mean? Like, because you're living in panic, and I get it. There's a lot of people nowadays, it's very hard to trust people. I get it. but that's why you have to open your heart. You have to come from a place of love. Like, I know this might be a little cringe, but love is the answer. Like that, that's the truth. That's the truth. To be very honest, if you're vibrating on a frequency of love, you will attract the right people. But if you're not, then you're going to attract the wrong people. So with the relationship aspect, I feel like if you are a woman, you're looking for a man that can think like you, act like you, in certain ways. Obviously, not completely. But the most important thing is that he's spiritually in tune. Because if he's spiritually in tune, he can take care of you. But if he's not, then he can't. With an 11 life path man, okay, um, bro, if you're an 11 life path man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, I don't know about you, but if you're the type of guy, from what I know from my own experience, I feel like 11 life path men like to be challenged. We like to grow. We don't like to stay stagnated. I feel like an 11 life path man could be very good with a woman that is a 7 life path. I feel like 7 life path women are actually very smart. I've talked to some, and I know some 11 life path people that are actually smart. Um, I think you could get along with the 9 life path. 9 and 11 go very together, but an 11 with an 11 is like a twin flame connection. Um, so now it's up to you. As a man, it's up to you, and a woman, even for the woman, it's up to her. But I do feel like because women are hypergamous, right? By nature, women want someone taller, better, smarter. I feel like an 11 life path woman would be very well off with an 11 life path man. But I do feel like as an 11 life path man, you would be well off with some. By the way, if you're an 11 life path woman, I think you'll be well off with a 22 or 33 life path. That's pretty good. That's pretty good too. But with a 33 life path, they're spiritual teachers. With 22 life paths, they're builders. So there might be a little bit of dissonance, obviously, but I feel like the woman, you could connect to them, and with an 11 life path man, you could definitely connect with a 22 life path woman or a 33 life path woman. But just be ready because they're gonna challenge you. That has an 11 life path. We've been through so many challenges. We can handle it. Like we're all master numbers in the end of the day. So they'll challenge you in certain ways. You'll challenge them in certain ways. That's pretty good too. But again, I really do feel like with the type of past that a lot of us have had, we have to open our heart centers to attract the right people. If and until you and I do not open our heart center, it doesn't even matter what life paths other people are, you will not grow until you open your heart. And that's the key. I understand you've been through a tough life, you've had your challenges, you've had your fair share of problems in your life. But the truth is, and I will speak the truth on this channel, if you follow me, if you subscribe to my channel, if you haven't, I don't know why you haven't, but I speak the truth over here. And the truth is, until you do not open your heart, it does not matter. It does not matter. You have to open your heart, my friend, to attract the right people. So when it comes to relationships, I think I'm going to do a second part of this video. I really do think I'm going to do a second part because I want to get a little more deeper, and I don't think I can get that deep in just one video. I want to get a little bit more deeper with the intimate side and with the relationship side with your parents and everything, with your siblings that you might have, or with like other friends that you might have, because I know it could be quite challenging, guys. I know it could be quite challenging. But for now, this is going to be it. If you like my video, amazing. You could share whatever. Um, if you want to talk about something, you could send me a message on Arsalon from TO on Instagram, or you could just comment down on the channel. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure you take care of yourself, and always remember you're an 11 life path. You're an 11 life path, so don't worry about it. Things are propagating for you. Enjoy.